The Harry Potter theme is easy to buy in the wrong order because the boxes look equally magical. A great first choice should do 3 jobs at once. It should look good on a shelf. It should feel enjoyable while you build it. It should still matter to you when your collection grows. In this guide you will get a ranked shortlist, including Hogwarts Castle and Grounds and Diagon Alley, that stays useful for years. You will also get a simple way to avoid sets that feel fun for one weekend and then become clutter. By the end you will know the best single set to start with, the best second purchase, and the best specialty picks, if you care more about scenes, vehicles, or pure display craft. The goal is not to own the most sets. The goal is to own a few sets that feel complete, display well, and invite you back to build again when you have time. Most buyers start with what they recognize from the movies. That usually leads to 2 outcomes. The build is smaller than expected, so the display feels underwhelming. Or the build is large but the experience is repetitive, and the finished model is hard to place. The real problem is not choosing the wrong scene. The problem is choosing the wrong job for the set. Some sets are best as a centerpiece. Some are best as a story street that can expand. Some are best as a one-time collector project. If you match the job first, you reduce regret. You also build a collection that stays coherent instead of turning into unrelated boxes on different shelves. This guide treats each set like a tool. When the tool matches your space and patience, you enjoy the build and you keep the model visible instead of boxing it up. When you look at a set like Hogwarts Icons Collector's Edition, it is doing a different job than a street build like Diagon Alley. Use one guiding rule before you buy anything. Your first serious Harry Potter set should either be an anchor or a connector. An anchor is a single model that represents the whole world and looks finished by itself. A connector is a modular location that makes future editions feel like one scene. If you buy a connector first, you must already know you will add to it. If you buy an anchor first, you can stop anytime and still feel satisfied. Everything in the ranked list fits one of these 2 roles, and each role has a different best choice depending on your space, time, and how much you enjoy detailed interiors. If you only remember one sentence, remember this. Choose an anchor when you want closure, and choose a connector when you want expansion. Hogwarts Castle and Grounds is a clear anchor example. Diagon Alley is a clear connector example. The strongest all-around anchor is Hogwarts Castle and Grounds. It works because it compresses the full silhouette of the school into a single display that reads from across a room. The footprint stays controlled, so it fits on a shelf where a full play-scale castle would not. The build has variety. You switch between towers, rockwork, bridges, and small landmark details. That variety matters in long builds because it prevents the same technique from repeating for hours. This is also the safest choice for long-term satisfaction. It does not depend on collecting matching modules. It does not rely on a single movie moment. It is the world in miniature, and that makes it future-proof when your taste shifts from play scenes to display craft. For most adult fans, this is the set that ends the search. You can add more later, but you never need to replace it. The best connector-style set is Diagon Alley. It is a street, not a single building, and that changes how it performs on a shelf. You can display it as a long facade, or you can break it into sections and place them across different shelves. The value is in density. Each shop front is visually different, and the interior rooms give you build variety without needing extra space. This is the right pick if you like revisiting the model. Small details are everywhere, so each time you look at it you notice something new. It is also a strong base for a future wizarding shopping area because it pairs naturally with other street-style display sets and keeps your collection feeling like one place. It is also easy to dust and maintain compared with tall, fragile silhouettes. That practical detail matters for a display that stays out all year. If you want a single premium project with mechanical movement and narrative drama, choose Gringotts Wizarding Bank. This set is built to be explored front to back. The bank hall gives you architecture and texture. The underground vaults give you layered depth. The track sequence gives you a structured build rhythm, so the project feels like chapters instead of one long wall. It earns its shelf space because it looks good from multiple angles. The building reads as a landmark, and the lower section gives it weight so it does not feel like a simple facade. Choose this as your first big set only if you know you enjoy long builds and you have a stable place to display it. If you do, it becomes a signature piece in any Harry Potter display. For many collectors, it becomes the moment where the theme shifts from toys to model making. That is why it ranks so high for long-term pride of ownership. Some collectors do not want a building at all. They want objects that feel like a museum case. Hogwarts Icons Collector's Edition is the best choice for that purpose. It gives you a compact footprint and a high density of recognizable props. The key benefit is flexibility. You can place it on a desk, a bookcase, or a side table without needing a dedicated shelf run. The build also has frequent small milestones, which makes it ideal for evening sessions. This is a smart first purchase if you are not sure you want to commit to a large display layout. It still feels premium, but it will not force you to reorganize your room. It also plays well next to non-Lego decor because it reads as a curated object rather than a toy-scale building. It is also a strong gift-style choice because it feels complete without requiring the receiver to collect anything else. The display reads clearly even in a smaller room. For a street scene that feels like a winter postcard, Hogsmeade Village Collector's Edition is the most atmospheric choice. It focuses on the feeling of the place, the shops are distinct, the roofs and signage create rhythm, and the street can be displayed as a continuous run or folded to suit your shelf. This set is best for people who care about texture and tiny interior scenes more than a single towering landmark. It is also friendly to gradual expansion. You can add a second location-style set later and keep the same visual language. If you are building a cozy living room display, this is the set that quietly draws attention without dominating the whole space. It is detailed, but it stays approachable and warm. If you like book nook displays, this set fits that mood well without needing custom lighting. It is a pure atmosphere pick that stays timeless. When a set is a character home, it can feel more personal than a public location. The Burrow Collector's Edition is the best example of that style. Its charm comes from its crooked structure and lived-in details, which make the build feel playful without being childish. This is a good pick when you want a centerpiece that is not another castle or street. It also complements a Hogwarts-focused collection because it adds variety in shape and color. Choose it when you enjoy interiors, small props, and a model that invites close viewing. As a first big set, it works best for people with medium shelf depth because the silhouette is tall but the footprint stays manageable. As a second purchase, it is excellent because it changes the mood of your display immediately. Avoid starting with a small scene set just because it is cheap and familiar. Small scenes can be great later, but first they often create a problem. They do not establish a display style, so your next purchase feels random. They also teach you the wrong expectation about build variety. Many small sets repeat the same wall and roof patterns, and that can make you think you do not enjoy the theme. Also avoid starting with a large collector project that demands a dedicated surface if you are not sure about space. A premium box can be a joy, but it can also become a half-built burden if you cannot leave it out for several weeks. Start with an anchor or a connector. Once you have that foundation, smaller scenes and specialty builds become additions instead of compromises. If you want something compact, Hogwarts Icons Collector's Edition is safer than stacking several tiny scene boxes. If you want one safest purchase that will still feel right years from now, start with Hogwarts Castle and Grounds. It is the most balanced mix of display impact, build variety, and space control. If you already know you want a wizarding street that you can expand and rearrange, start with Diagon Alley instead. If your priority is one premium statement project and you enjoy longer builds, choose Gringotts Wizarding Bank. For a compact display that fits into a modern room without taking over, choose Hogwarts Icons Collector's Edition. These 4 picks cover almost every buyer type. Choose the role first, then choose the set, and you will avoid the most common regret purchases. If you buy one of these and build it to completion, you will have a reference point for every future purchase. That reference point is what keeps the theme enjoyable instead of overwhelming. Your next step is simple. After you build your first anchor or connector, decide what you want your display to feel like. Do you want one landmark? Do you want a street? Do you want a curated object shelf? Then move one step at a time. Add one set that changes the silhouette, not 3 sets that repeat the same shape. Leave space for the models to breathe. In the next guide on this channel, you will learn how to choose your first LEGO theme using space, time, and display goals as the filter. Use this video as your Harry Potter decision map. Build one strong foundation set, and let everything else become a deliberate upgrade. Keep your buying pace slower than your building pace. That single habit protects your budget, your space, and your enjoyment of the hobby. If your first build is Hogwarts Castle and Grounds, your next addition can be a connector like Diagon Alley, or an atmosphere set like Hogsmeade Village Collector's Edition.